like to preface this video by saying that I love meat in my mouth. Love it. And there's one brand in particular that I frickin' adore, and that's Carnivore Crisps. That being said, there is another brand on the market called Carnivore Snax that's pretty similar to Carnivore Crisps, and they sent me their product, so today I am going to be doing a taste test review to see the similarities and the differences. Right off the bat, you guys can see that this is a 5-ounce bag and this is a 1.5-ounce bag. Now, Carnivore Crisp does offer up 5-ounce bags for specific types of their meat, like the chicken and the brisket, but Carnivore Snax only offers up 5-ounce bags. Something else I need to note before I rip into these like a fucking hyena is they both use real salt. So essentially, they're kind of doing the exact same thing. They're dehydrating meat and adding salt to the mix. Two things this girl loves. Well, without further ado, it's time to rip into these babies. Okay, so since I know all about Carnivore Crisp, and you guys all know that I'm utterly obsessed with them, I'm going to open up this large bag of hopefully lusciousness and take a little look-see at what we've got going on in here. Whoa, right off the bat, these are huge pieces of meat, and this girl loves huge pieces of meat in her mouth. Do you see that? That's fucking epic right there. Not gonna lie, it looks a little phallic shaped as well, so you know I'm gonna love this. It also smells terrific, unlike what you'd smell in the bedroom. So again, really gonna love this, I have a feeling. Now before I stick this piece of meat in my mouth, I should probably open up Carnivore Crisps meat bag and do a little comparison. Now it's not necessarily the size of the boat, it's the motion of the ocean. So if Carnivore Crisp meat pieces aren't exactly up to snuff, doesn't necessarily mean that Carnivore Snax is gonna be better. Ooh, yeah, baby. This bag knew that it was gonna be compared to this bag, so it upped the ante with this sexiness. Now that I have both of them in my hands, what I'm noticing is this one is a lot more chip-like. It seems like it's going to be a lot more of a crunch when I put it in my mouth, versus this one seems to be a little bit more on the thick variety. Anyways, I think it's time to stick some meat in my mouth. Wow. Okay, that was weird. Interesting. Got a little messy. Okay, so as you guys saw right then and there was no chip-like consistency. It was not crunchy like this bad boy right here. Like that. That alone is the biggest dissimilarity. Is that a word? That being said, the flavor of this, and it looks a little unappetizing right now. The flavor of Carnivore Snax versus the flavor of Carnivore Crisps is pretty similar, but the textures are totally different. Totally different. This one also has a little bit more of a mealy texture. I guess that's kind of what I'm trying to explain. And what Carnivore Snax actually told me is that their meat is like a meat pastry versus Carnivore Crisp being a meat chip. So maybe Carnivore Snax should call themselves a meat cupcake? That would be kind of weird, but I mean, I feel like it would get a lot of people interested in wanting to see what the fuck a meat cupcake is, so maybe you should work on that in your marketing, Carnivore Snax. Yeah. Now, in terms of what I like better, here it is. This is the crowning moment. And that was weird terminology to use because they didn't get me pregnant and I'm not about to give birth. But I am going to give my answer as to which one I like better. I like Carnivore Crisp better. I like the chip consistency more than this. This one's a little bit more chewy, and I'm not really into the idea of having to fight with my meat. Although I didn't have to fight with that, so I was okay. But again, I'm chewing too much, and I just want it to be like that. You guys see what I'm saying? I hope you do. And because of this mealy texture, it doesn't have as much flavor as Carnivore Crisps. It does have flavor, and don't get me wrong, this is really good, but I just like more of a chip consistency, that's all. And the crunch. I love to hear the crunch because it's like aggression seeping out of my body. But seriously, it is. Doesn't mean I'm not gonna not buy this stuff and eat it, because just like with Goodfish and Willowa Salmon Cracklet, you know, my salmon skin companies, I like to eat them together because they're both really, really, really good for different reasons. So there you have it, everybody. That was my taste test of Carnivore Crisp versus Carnivore Snax. Now, that was just my mouth's opinion. So what I highly recommend you guys do is head on over to both Carnivore Crisp and Carnivore Snax website, buy their stuff, and do your own taste test to see which one you prefer, because we all like different things. Like, some of you don't like salmon for some fucked up reason. Yeah, but we're not gonna go there because this is a video about meat. Oh, and one last thing before I shut the fuck up is I was not paid to create this video. So me liking Carnivore Crisps a little bit more than Carnivore Snax doesn't mean that Carnivore Crisp was like, hey, I'm gonna slide you some cash. No, not at all. In fact, I am the one who bought all of my Carnivore Crisps. So if anything, I was sliding them the cash. That being said, Carnivore Snax was nice enough to send me a couple of their products, so do stay tuned because they sent me lamb burgers or sliders and pork sliders as well. So I'm gonna do a taste test review on those in the near future, and I'll let you guys know how I feel. I'm gonna keep eating my meat cupcake because, as I said, despite me liking this one a little bit better, this is still a really good time. I just love meat in my mouth, everyone. I just love meat. Oh, and in case you were curious as to where my little fat strip went, this little stripper right here, or I guess it could be like a whip. Whoosh, whoosh. It's right here. And don't worry, it's not going to waste. Because I eat everything. And that right there, grass-fed and grass-finished fat, everybody. So it has more omega-3 fatty acids than the conventionally raised beef. So you're doing your health a whole bunch of good by eating this stuff.